What's up, everybody? Welcome back to. Can't even tell if I look good there. To a new YouTube video. Hope everyone is well. I'm great. Thank you for asking. Today, I don't. You know what's funny about these vlogs is like no one has any concept of like what actual time they've been filmed, other than just like the date that they were uploaded. So today is Saturday. It's April. I haven't got my phone on me, which is crazy how reliant we become on our phones for times and dates. But I'm guessing it's about the 3rd or 4th of April. Welcome to the 3rd or 4th of April. I'm sure if you look up the Saturday, that is around that time in April, that is the day. So today, we got another vlog for you. I'm just going to take you through going to take you through a little bit of today. Tomorrow is another rest day, so I'll probably go do sauna, ice bath, oxygen, and do some other stuff and whatnot. We'll see. I'm determined to try and do more things for the vlog because realistically, I train, I eat, I sleep, I work. That's about it. So it's tough to vlog these things, but I'm going to take you through it nevertheless. We'll think of some things to talk about. Maybe I'll do like a whole off-season roundup because things have just changed so much the last 3 months. So we'll get into it. I'm just currently cleaning up. We get a cleaner 4 times a week. We're those people. We get a cleaner 4 times a week. Maybe it's 5 times. That feels better because we used to get it daily in. Bali, but it used to cost like £7 a day, so it's fine for us. Here we pay. It's probably about £20. It's probably about £20 a day, or £20 a clean, and we do it 4 times a week, so £80 a week. We pay. There's 2 of us, so £40 a week, £160 a month. For me, it's worth it because we can think about other stuff. We can put our time into other stuff, but we don't have a cleaner today. Is the point? So I've waffled on long enough. I'm cleaning up. And there we have it. This is meal 2. Already had meal 1. Obviously, 30 grams of dates, 200 grams of chicken, 50 grams of yellow courgette. I really don't like yellow courgette, but it's the only vegetable I've got right now, so I'm going to have to do it. Or zucchini if you're in America. And then 160 grams of dry rice. This is like 150 carb easily, and this meal just is super easy to eat. And then you'll see that I put low salt on there, as well as regular salt. So low salt is low sodium, but in order to make up the taste, they add potassium in, so there's a higher amount of potassium. And potassium is quite difficult to get enough into your body without supplementing it with an electrolyte. Eating a shitload of bananas or using low salt. So I'd recommend low salt. And remember, if you go watch this video now and think, fuck, I need some low salt, and you start adding low salt, and remember, you're adding sodium still. It has sodium in it still, but just a lot of it is replaced with potassium. So if you just make sure you remove some salt if you're using salt, and then replace extra on top of potassium, if that makes sense. All right, we're in the gym. If you couldn't tell, I completely forgot my pre-workout today, so we're running with a C4. It tastes pretty nice, but I don't know if it's going to be any good. Caffeine is one of those things that will work time and time again, more than any supplement, the most. Caffeine and creatine, baby. Anyway, leg day. Let's start a biceps. Nice one, mate. No worries. I'm trying to show you guys something right now. Hang on. I don't know if this angle is going to work, but you'll see if any exercise works on an arc, right? Whatever, we'll just use this as an example. There is a rotation point, an axis of rotation here. You can actually see it. They highlight this red for you to think about. You want to align those hinges, those rotation points with what you're trying to work out, right? So for me, that just means the elbow is going to be right there on the hinge point. If you drop the elbow down, like just doing, like you're just cutting yourself so much short instead of what you should be doing. Just think about getting your elbow to the hinge point where it's going to hinge, so it's a better movement, lines up better. I'm also thinking about, on this exercise specifically, is lining the shoulder up with the elbow, with the wrist. I don't want it to be turned in this way, I don't want it to be turning out this way, I just want a straight line from elbow joint, lined up with the curve, shoulders there. And the funny thing is, this might actually be different, like side to side. I do it differently on my left side. So just think about that. The next time you're doing biceps and arm is lining it up properly. All right, a simple 2 exercises of biceps to begin. One preacher, that is literally like elbow forward, getting a big peak on the bicep, and then 2 sets on a cable curl, which the elbow is behind the back, so stretching the muscle out. So one is working much more of the contraction, and one is working much more of the stretch. Cover those 2, elbow forward bicep curl, elbow backwards bicep curl, and you're pretty set on bicep training. Almost set in those legs. This is something that I do. You can't even see it. It's very difficult to get my whole face in there while I also do it. So I'm just gonna go here and carry on. This is what I do before legs. I roll out my foot and my calf because I have a bad knee, and it starts with a foot. I haven't got anything special, so I'm just gonna use this handle. So actually works real well. Then I'll grab any type of foam roller. Ideally, I do this with like a hockey ball, and I'll just find the spot that hurts, and I'll just fucking lean on it. Because all the pain I have right now is on the inside of my knee, and all the tightness I have is like the top of that calf. All right, we're into first leg exercise. I'm sorry about the audio, by the way. There is a load of music on right now, and it's fucking loud. And the editor will try and put it out. Maybe affects my voice a little bit, or try to keep it raw. We'll see if my voice is clear enough. first exercise, I've already done 2 sets. I do 3 sets. It's the only thing I do 3 sets on with my hamstrings. I need to grow more than anything. I do have that slight knee injury that I mentioned on the corner of my knee, so I'm hurting a little bit. So I'm taking it very easy, below a pain threshold. But essentially single legs. We'll go in single legs. Same concept as the bicep. The axis of rotation is right here. So when I turn around, I will be lining up my knee with the axis of rotation, trying to keep everything pretty darn stable, pretty darn straight as well. Much like the bicep, I want the hip, the knee, and the ankle to be fairly straight. As soon as you start skewing out or in, that's what gives you the knee problems. And that's what I was doing, which is what's giving me the knee problem. I was like skewing out to try and get my weight up and squeeze and rotate, and that's what you need to not do. So. Yeah. Anyone knows, I'm about to do a stiff leg RDL on this, well, an RDL. Where should I put this? This is a clip. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. Do I go here? Do I go here? I don't know. I got no idea, but I'm gonna have to ask Jules. Do you know where I would put this? Do you know where I would put this? Where should I put this? Where should I attach it?
Either the last one or the second one. Yeah.
Second. Dankeschön. The sound goes. Alright, so we're going on the second to last one apparently. Makes sense. I'm under strict orders this week to not progress. Not in the traditional, I mean in the traditional sets. So no like weight progressions. Reps are fine, but really the goal is just better form than last week. Across everything, I think that's really, really important. I think if everyone, every third week, put in a maintenance week where they make the same weight, the same reps feel easier because they're stronger, I think people would get a lot further, genuinely. So RDLs did 180 for 6 last time, so I'm gonna try 7 or 8. So bad if I made this too long. Yeah.
Put that one down for you.
This.
Yeah, because you're leaning a lot back, but you should like put the weight more on the whole foot, but you're lowering here.
You mean the cable back?
Yeah. So because when you do that, you can control it a little bit more. Because you're like going back a little bit. Which time?
You mean this to there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel myself doing that. It's because I don't want to hit my head here as well.
Yeah.
Here we go. Precision. I don't know if you picked that up, but that's why it's so beneficial having a partner who does this shit. I don't know if you guys, you probably don't know much about it. I haven't talked much about her, but she's IFBB Pro too. Been a pro for a couple of years and knows her shit. Get them pro too. Them pro from fucking drugs and shit. You know, she was natural. She knows her shit, man. Oh, I'm out of breath. See you in a bit. So I do the hamstrings into a hamstring compound, and we'll do quad extensions, leg extensions into a quad compound. So we're just gonna use the prime, literally just the prime leg extension here. But we're gonna go, because on the prime leg extension, if you guys know, the prime has 3 loading points. Each of the loading points puts pressure at a different level of the lift. Bottom pin would be like fully stretched, middle pin would be in the middle, top pin would be right at the top. So I'm going to do 60% in the middle, 40% on top, as we want to create a good length and range challenge to begin. And as we fatigue, we're going to move 10% up onto the top pin, which is going to create bigger drop off as we fatigue. So I did 115 last week for 12. That's a very, very good set. And they're paused as well, by the way. Are they paused? Yeah, they're all paused. So 120 this week. Let's see how we go. I'll tell you what. It's too hard though. I have noticed since doing the pauses, I don't know if you can see this. Let me put this down a bit so I can see. But this muscle, this rec fem, this big long muscle that travels like down here, I just noticed that it's just so much, especially on this side. Right, look at that, that's fucking a whole nother like tumor. And I just noticed since doing those pauses that I've just felt such fucking like concrete in my quads. And I could probably do more weight. But I'm getting such a better contraction out of doing these pauses, so. Pauses in the short range for quads. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a good idea or a bad idea, but I'm feeling strong. So I'm gonna go 10 kilos heavier than I usually do, which is a bit stupid, but fuck it. 6 plates, pendulum, Atlantis, last set of the day. Best believe if I did this fresh, I'll be doing 8 plates. If I had a spot, I'd probably take one more, but that is pretty safe. 5 solid reps and a fucking pec cramp. Just off on a couple thousand step walk. I'm hoping the sun starts, well, but it's still light outside, and I can show you guys the community. Alright, so this is my door, and down there is the water, which you'll see in 100 meters, maybe a bit more than 100 meters. So like I said, it's like this building right here, and then as I walk across here, there is this big long walkway that goes left. It also goes right. But the best part about it is when the sun's out, the sun hasn't been out for a few days, but you get to walk along by the water. And some of the buildings are absolutely fantastic to walk by. Walking by water, there's something about it. And I always just think it was really hard to find, like walking around in a nice place in Dubai, but it's just not. It's actually just not. Like walking by the water, super easy. And I've spent maybe an hour here a day, half an hour in the morning, half an hour now, 3,000 steps or so. And it's just a chance for myself to better myself, right? I'm bettering myself. And this is like compound stacking habits at its finest, because going for a walk, right, getting steps in, whatever, digestion, blood glucose, mental health, all that stuff. And then you've got an opportunity to get some sunlight. You've got an opportunity to take a break from work. You've also got an opportunity to release mental stress, wherever that's going to be. But you also have an opportunity to stack the habit of doing something alongside it. So yes, you can walk in silence. You could also listen to an audiobook. You could also read a book. Sometimes you'll read a book. You can also listen to an audiobook. I'm listening to an audiobook right now. You can listen to a podcast. It's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to stack something while doing something for free that's helping you already. And it's quite a cool concept to think about. That you're already doing that thing, and you could stack something else on top of that thing to get even better, like better squared. Obviously, most of you probably do that already, but I think that's a cool thing to think about. So, I mean, look at this place, man. As you get through the bridge, just doesn't look like GTA, but it's been grey here for like 3 weeks. What the fuck? There's been a few nice days, but largely it's been like 3 weeks of craziness, just grey skies. Oh well. I realise that so much of my content is number one in the kitchen, and number two shirtless. This is because I'm constantly in a country that is really, really warm, but also Jordan's gets cold still. I just don't. We try and meet in the middle. I tell her, she goes, "Why can't you put the aircon on?" I say, "Why don't you put some clothes on?" And then it like more like hoodies and whatever. I'm sure all of you can relate to that if you've ever had that argument with your girlfriend. Because we can't get cold. You know, what are we going to do? How are we going to get cold? But you can get one. Anyway, you can hear the aircon on, that's why as well. But that's why I'm shirtless. 90% of the time I'm in here because I'm working. Because I have to make videos, I try not to be shirtless, but some of the guys will tell you I'm sometimes shirtless as well. Anyway, we're coming in for a nice meal that I'm cooking up right now. I'm going to wash my potato because I have unwashed potatoes, not by choice, but I accidentally ordered the wrong ones. And you boys not ordering more potatoes. I'm going to eat these potatoes first. So I've got 300 grams of potato. I'm going to do 200 grams of lean beef. I'm going to do something to the lean beef that I think you guys could use, and any of my clients that watch this. This is what I do with all my food. So if you think we're all eating like just boring ass food, this is how we make it a little bit better. So I'll show you the beef recipe. Potato, I'm just going to chop up into like chips and put them in air fry. First up, salt. Very close. Low salt. And very simply, lemon and black pepper. But what I will do is I'll add a touch of paprika and a touch of ground coriander. And that is literally my recipe, so we'll see them when they're done. And then this is how they come out. Just like little koftas. Another really good one that you can do is black pepper, coriander, salt, paprika, and cumin. And that is like a real good kofta vibe. Anyway, 300 grams of potato, 200 grams of beef, got some asparagus in here, and then I'm gonna have an apple afterwards. That is another meal for y'all. I'll do a full day of eating soon actually. I'm not gonna do any more food. Next day, fucking ice fight. We're in Oxygen Gym right now. I bought this. This is a sauna hat. Apparently it's supposed to protect your brain and keep like your head cooler, and then your body can get hotter. I don't know how it's gonna work, but we'll see. But yeah, just I told you this is a rest day, so Oxygen Gym. It's a little bit expensive, 150 dirhams, which is like £30 for the day pass. It's a little bit expensive, but for me it's worth it. They got an incredible facility here, so I'm gonna go hit a little sauna, little ice bath. We're gonna go to friends. This place is nice. Big old outdoor pool, ice bath, hot tub, regular. Big ass sauna in there. It's definitely considerably more Muslim here. A lot of Arab guys, so I'm not super keen on filming everyone in the sauna. Not that I think it's an issue, but I don't want to disrespect nobody. So watch me hate getting into this ice bath. I just sat down to send this video to my editors, and I realized that it was the thing that I wanted to say was not quite in here. So I think the last clip that I filmed was probably me getting into the ice bath, or like just before it. And I don't know if the clip was left in there. I'll try and tell them to leave it in there. But if it wasn't, before I got into the ice bath, I stood there for 30 seconds plus, yeah, because I don't want to get in it. And this isn't that, oh, ice bath, bro, and all this kind of woo-woo stuff, and you know, for recovery and all this other stuff. The real main thing why I do an ice bath is because I want to do things that I don't want to do. I want to get comfortable doing things that my body, they're not going to harm me or anything like that. They're actually probably going to benefit me long term. And in everyday life, in the world that we live in, there is not a lot that challenges us anymore. So we have to make it ourselves, which makes it even more difficult. If you're alive 100 years ago, life is difficult. Surviving is difficult. That is like your resilience building. It's just you being alive. We, you know, especially if you're sat watching this video, 8 out of 10 of you, 9 out of 10 of you will be, you know, either in your parents' house or in your own house or in a place where you're paying rent. And if you are, the hardship is faced mostly just financial, right? Fuck, can I earn this? Can I earn this? Can I do this? Other than that, there's not a whole lot of hardship. There's not a whole lot of stuff that we do day to day that's hard. There is no way you're going to get good at doing those hard things unless you do more hard things. It's a skill, right? And when I coach people and I take someone who's 150 kilos, right? It's either a blessing or a curse. It's a blessing because they've got to the end of their tether and they're ready to change and they're going to do whatever it takes. It's also a curse sometimes because they've spent the last 20 years of bad habits with no hardship, no challenge, no uncomfortability. And to get someone to get comfortable with being uncomfortable is very, very difficult. But if you can put that thing inside you that makes you want to get uncomfortable by choice, like the ice bath is just a symbol. Like it's like it's not like world beating. Anyone can get in and out of a cold bath. It's not a big deal. but it's the fact that you don't want to do it. If you do, you probably attached yourself to the feeling afterwards, which is great. But I think there's very, very few people, maybe Wim Hof probably loves it. There's very few people. I think there's very few people that genuinely get in there and say, I fucking love this. I'm sure a lot of people do, but I think most people don't. The ice bath is the metaphor for doing hard things. And the hard things that I do, wake up on time. I don't want to wake up on time sometimes. I want to sleep in. I go for a walk first thing in the morning. Sometimes I just want to have breakfast because I'm hungry. You know, and it's sweaty outside and it's hot. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't miss meals. You know, that's another sacrifice. I don't miss training time, all this kind of stuff. So the more you can get comfortable doing the things that perhaps you don't want to do, the more you benefit. The more your life is going to benefit. That's a waff. Who knows if that was beneficial. I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.